Hi everyone, I'm Anna Russell and welcome to the Four Quarters State of Origin edition. Today we're going to be talking about all things State of Origin, including Laurie Daley, Dylan Walker, and how the Blues are going to win heading into Game 2. I'd like to welcome back our panel for Four Quarters. We've got FCN Group Editor Paul Roberts, Hawkesbury Gazette Sports Journalist Conor Hickey, and Hawkesbury Gazette Editor Matt Lawrence. Laurie Daley, is it time for him to go? Do you think that his future hinges on the back of this game? Paul?
Guys, I think we've got to be brave on this one. It's been Looney Tunes for the last few years. It's been Looney Tunes again. This is about Disney. This is about shooting Bambi. We've got to shoot Bambi. If Laurie Daley can't lead us to a game on Wednesday night, he's got to go, guys. He has dead set got to go. So has Bozo the Clown. You've got to get rid of both of them because there is no way in the world that we can go to Game 3 2-0 down. Game 3 means nothing if we lose at Lang Park on Wednesday night. And let's look at the facts. 4 games at Lang Park, we've scored 32 points under Laurie Daley's tutelage. It's not good enough, guys. Shoot Bambi. We have to shoot Bambi. Let's get rid of him.
All right, guys. We're looking at the changes in the Blues pack heading into Game 2. We've got the obvious exit of Morris with Walker coming in the centres. Conor, I'm going to shoot to you. How do you see that affecting the Blues' performance in Game 2?
Yeah, well, I mean, Josh Morris has obviously been there for a number of years to basically contain Greg Inglis because he's so good defensively. I don't know if Dylan Walker's as good defensively as Josh Morris is, but he's certainly a talented player. In the handful of games he played for Manly in the centres this year, he's really lit it up, and obviously when he was at South, he was really a centre by a couple of games. I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. I think he'll be better there, presumably playing the whole game, rather than coming off the bench for 10 minutes. But, you might even see Laurie Daley switch Jack Bird in there as well. Jack Bird's obviously come onto the bench, and Dylan Walker was picked to be the impact player in the first game, so maybe Laurie Daley doubles down. Who knows? But, I think he'll do all right. Suncorp as well, that's the other thing. The Queenslanders will all be fired up. Actually, I noticed just as we're doing this, Corey Parker's apparently announced his retirement at the end of this season, so no doubt that's just extra incentive for Queensland to go and want to win. So, we'll have to wait and see.
Excellent. Matt, I'll get you to jump in here. Give us your thoughts on changes to the Blues.
Yeah, look, I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I think I'm going to have to use that Bambi analogy that Paul weighed in on earlier. I mean, Walker's fine in attack, but I mean, I tell you what, Inglis is an absolute monster. He's going to run over the bloke, to be honest with you. I can't see him actually being formidable in defence at all. It's one thing when you're able to play that sort of game where you can run around and not sort of have other blokes around you that can do the tackling. Sure, there are plenty of blokes around there that can weigh in and help out. But to be honest with you, I think he's going to be found out in defence. First and foremost. And as for the Toads having a bloke on his last games, well, I mean, you can't underestimate Gallen bowing out after this. Whether or not, that's going to be giving everyone the impetus to sort of strive harder and tackle harder and all that sort of stuff, I don't know. But I wouldn't imagine Gallen's going to want to go out a loser. So, to be honest with you, I know that's not a change as such, but hopefully that'll bring about a bit of change attitude. Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Sure. And Paul, obviously you've got some interesting views when it comes to Daley and his coaching. Give us your thoughts when it comes to the Blues pack against Queensland.
Yeah, I think, look, the Blues pack is what it is. I mean, they're going to bash and barge. That's what they do. They're going to do it. What we need to do, we need to get the halves with the ball in hand. We need to really take on the line. We can't just bash and barge. They'll just wear us down. They'll just hold us down. They'll get in the wrestle. We need Maloney and we need our number 7 to actually take control of the game, which is hard when you're looking at opposite, when you've got JT opposite you. But we need to score points. And, your point, gents, about Dylan Walker, what worries me most about GI is his big fend. Now, Josh Morris has been able to defend that big fend of GI's. Can Dylan Walker? Let's watch on Wednesday night when GI gets the ball and that big mitt comes out, because, man, that is one of the toughest things to defend in this game.
All right, so we have all the opinions there on the changes made to the Blues lineup. At the end of the day, it's about taking out the series. Matt, how do you think the Blues can win?
Well, I mean, let's be honest about it. They've got to score points. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than that, does it? Look, I think, to be honest with you, the halves, they've got to be freed up to be able to play their natural games that they play at club level. I think Bambi's been playing the defensive thing, relying too much on that. I think let these guys, just be a bit spontaneous, live in the moment. I don't know if either of them. I mean, Maloney was outstanding in game 1. I think Reynolds was a bit reserved. Probably expect that. But I think the best that you see of Adam Reynolds is when he's unrestrained, when he's got his head on the game in front of him. Not obviously he plays to a plan, but I think he's got to have that freedom to be able to step outside of that sort of those parameters. And obviously the forwards have got to get these blokes some quality service. So they get those two things done, and obviously they've got to defend. But I think more emphasis on attack. That's the key.
Yeah, so I disagree. I think defence will definitely win them the game. You saw it when they did win the series, I think 2014 or whenever they won. The first game was up there in Suncorp, and they had to defend for like the last 15 minutes, if I remember rightly. And they just hung on. It was really dogged, and I think that's the way you do it, because it's not going to be like it was over at a couple of weeks ago. It was like a really wet track. Very hard to get ball movement going. It should be a lot faster up in Queensland, you'd think, as it's been in the past. So if Queensland can get 1 or 2 tries in, you probably think they'll just go on and maybe get 5 or 6. So if the Blues are going to win, they're going to need to defend, and they're going to need to not give away penalties, because refs seem to just blow the whistle at just about anything when they go up to Queensland, and I expect an absolute penalty fest, and the Blues will definitely be on the other end of it. Laurie Daley will probably be having another rant about the referees at the end of this game as well. But yeah, defence will be the key. If they can defend well and not and give away a couple of penalties, they should probably win.
Well, one thing's for sure, after all of that it's going to be a tough game for the Blues up there in Queensland in front of the maroon crowd. It's always a tough game. It's game 2. We've lost the first, so fingers crossed we can come away with a win. All right, in wrapping up, fellas, I want to go around the park and get your predictions for the game. Winner, score, and first try scorer. So, Paul, I'll kick it off with you.
Well, look, if that has anything to do with it, I'm thinking Queensland 24-16. Watch out for GI, but 24-16, Darius Boyd, first try scorer.
All right, Connor, I'll move to you now with your predictions, mate. Winner, first try scorer, and the score.
First try. I'm actually going to borrow a leaf from Paul's book, who Boyd Fortner last time. Sorry, I'll go Matt Gillett for Queensland. Obviously, I think. Look, I was actually just going to say before. I think Queensland will be way too good. The Blues are going to win. They're going to need to defend their way to a win. But it'll be pretty tough when the penalty count is going to be about 12-4 to Queensland. So 30 to 8 Queensland.
All right, great. And Matt, we'll finish up with you.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be the return of the Goanna. I'm giving Inglis the first run over the line, and I don't think it'll be only one. I think he might bag himself a couple, to be honest with you. Look, I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to go the Maroons, as sad as that sounds, and I reckon probably about 28-12.
All right, well, it looks like I'm alone in this one, guys, but I'm going to actually back New South Wales because they're my team. And I'm going to go with a score of 18-14, and I'm going to stick with my first try scorer, Maddie Moylan from last time, and fingers crossed we can get the win and go to game 3. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. Always entertaining, Paul. I think you covered this week. Well done. Very entertaining. And we will see you all back here again very soon. See you later.